Hello, ladies, and welcome back to another edition of Menopause Made Easy, blah, blah, Easy with Tanya. Today, we're talking about something so simple yet so powerful. And this is why eating three complete meals a day instead of grazing or snacking constantly can help you burn fat, balance your hormones, and make you feel more in control of your energy. And I don't know where you are in your eating landscape. I don't know if you're eating three meals a day and then having two or three snacks during the day. I don't know if you're constantly grazing, which is what a lot of you are doing that you tell me that you're doing. So let's break this down. If you have been struggling with stubborn weight, which I was for a while, blood sugar swings, which I was for a very long time, or just feeling off in the afternoon, this episode is for you. So let's break it down. The first thing we want to talk about is blood sugar and fat burning. For decades, I did not understand this. I don't think it was taught to us properly when I was getting my education, but I have dove in hard over the last 10, 15 years into this. And the more I learn, the more I understand, the more dots I connect. So let's talk about this blood sugar. When you eat every few hours or graze mindlessly during the day, you're constantly spiking your blood sugar. And this triggers insulin, the hormone, that stores fat and blocks fat burning. Okay. And we have been told that we're supposed to graze all day to keep our blood sugar levels balanced. That's not true. Again, I don't know where you're coming from. So I'm not saying that if you're eating 12 times a day that you should go to three. Maybe you break it down into seven, then you break it down. Again, it's about progress. So if you're having any issues at all, please reach out to me. This is what I do for a living, helping women like you burn fat, gain energy, and live your most vibrant life. When you focus on three complete balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, fiber, and some carbohydrates, you begin to stabilize your blood sugars. And when you stabilize your blood sugars, this helps your body enter a fat burning state more efficiently. So think of it as giving your metabolism a chance to work rather than constantly fighting sugar spikes and crashes, which I did for years. So, how many meals are you eating a day now? All right. Look at what you're eating outside of those meal times. This is really interesting to do. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that for a moment. Oh, see, I just lost you. All right. Okay. I'm going to get you back on here. There we go. So, feeling full and avoiding mindless snacking. When you eat satisfying meals, you will stay full longer. And you avoid having these little mindless snacks that can sabotage fat loss, like a handful of chips at 3 o'clock, or a cookie at 3 o'clock, or dinner. After dinner, you take an hour off and then you start eating again. Okay, you're just spiking up and down. When you have a balanced meal of protein, fiber, and healthy snacks, that is the secret trio. And they signal to your brain that you're satisfied. And here's the beauty: fewer snacks equals fewer insulin spikes equals better fat burning. Simple but effective. Okay. And so, my husband and I, this is really interesting. I eat breakfast. Most days I eat breakfast because I've learned that my body works best eating more calories in my day. I have done episodes on this. So I eat more energy in the day because I'm more energetic during the day instead of loading up my calories at night, which a lot of women have come to me because they have troubles with nighttime eating. All right. So I shift my calories earlier in my day, my energy. The other thing is that I typically now at 3, 4, 4:30, I am getting hungry for my dinner. And my husband will be like, Tanya, just eat something small and then we'll eat again later. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I actually want to have a meal now. And if I'm hungry later, which I'm rarely 0% not, um, because if I do eat later, it's usually because of some emotional or habitual thing. And I rarely do anymore because I've worked through all of those. But anyway, so my husband and I have had a little bit of a head to head certain times because I'm like, no, I'm going to eat a meal instead of just having a snack and then eating again later. I don't know if that made sense, but tend to eat breakfast and lunch together, and then I will eat on my own later in the day, and then he will eat later. Not every day. I'm not talking this is every day. I'm just talking about this is my typical norm. All right. So you want to try and have the 3 meals per day as opposed to thinking that you have to snack. That's a very marketing term that was introduced to make more money, to sell more food and to sell snacky food. Anyway, okay. And the importance of digestion or digesting before eating again, which is really important of why you want 1, 2, 3 meals, and some days I only eat 2 meals, okay? But we're going to get a little sciencey here. Don't get worried. I'm going to keep this really simple. But after you eat, your body is in digestion mode, and it's called postprandial state. Okay, and it takes about 90 minutes for this whole cycle to complete. A rumbling tummy does not necessarily mean you're hungry. It means it's getting some gastric juices flowing in there. We have been taught and brainwashed that a grumbling stomach is hunger. Anyway, that's another episode. If you keep eating before digestion is finished, like having snacks between meals, you stay in a chronic state of digestion and inflammation, and it's super exhausting for your body. It slows your metabolism and it actually worsens nutrient absorption. Remember, I have talked about that our cells are craving nutrient density. And so you can be overfed and undernourished because if you're not getting the proper nutrient density of your food choices, your cells are like, feed me, feed me, feed me. And it's like, where's the food? Where's the food? Even though you think you've given it food, you've given it typically during snacks a food that's deficient in nutrients. And at the same time, you have caused your digestion to just keep going because you haven't given it a full 90 minutes to 2 hours or longer break to complete the cycle. So giving yourself space between meals allows your body to fully digest and absorb nutrients and reset. It's a very simple trick that makes your digestion smoother and supports fat loss at the same time and can really aid in a lot of gut issues that are going out there. Now, I'm going to share one other hack with you here, and it's micro fasting as a fat burning hack. I have done many, 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 many episodes on fasting. I am a huge proponent of fasting. There are different ways to fast. I think we need to um, rotate our fast. I don't fast the same amount of hours every day. Some days is longer, some days shorter, some days no fasting. Our body likes variety, and I know that a lot of people just get stuck in doing the same thing over and over again. Anyway, I've done tons of episodes on that. But we're going to talk a little bit about micro fasting. And that's when you eat 3 meals a day and give your body space between them. You create this little micro fast. It's not extreme fasting. It's just letting your body go. So I'm talking about overnight fasting here. 12 to 16 hours between your last meal and your next meal in the morning. And during this time is very powerful things. Some powerful things start to happen, like your insulin is dropping, your body switches into fat burning mode, and it's giving your metabolism a little boost, a turbo boost without any crazy diet or deprivation. I have said in so much of my fasting, if you can really look at when you stop eating to when you start eating, and again, if you can focus more on shifting and having a breakfast and stopping your dinners earlier, by far, I have seen the best results with that. What are some practical steps Okay, some practical tips for you to implement all this. How can we make it work for you? Plan balanced meals. Protein, healthy fats, colorful vegetables, and some carbs, depending on what your goals are. Eat mindfully, chew slowly, enjoy your food, avoid distractions. This one thing helps so many of my clients and myself, and it is a practice that I continue to practice on because there are times when I can start eating my meal and I'm very focused, and then I'm not. So my goal right now is just to extend uh, how focused I can stay on eating and tasting my food more and more of the meal. Slow down your meal. This is something too that I have. I used to be a super fast eater, and I think that just came from trying to feel or like my what do you call that? Feed my emotions. Okay, it was how fast could I get the food in there. So chew slowly, eat mindfully. Give yourself at least to start 90 minutes between meals to fully adjust. So again, I always say, where are you now? Where do you want to go? Where's the gap? Address the gap. Skip the grazing and let your body experience the natural hunger signals, right? We want to get leptin and ghrelin back on board. Most of us are leptin sensitive. I was much worse than I am now. It's gotten much better. All right. I've done episodes on leptin, leptin. You can search them up in the bar on your podcast. So we want to naturally stimulate these hunger signals because it's fat burning. Okay. They're going to help you burn fat. And then consider your evening routine, an early dinner or a light snack if you need it. Then start your micro fasting. All right. Start your micro fasting so that you don't start eating again. And I know I have so many strategies. I've done, again, late night eating. And if you want personalized help, please reach out to me, Tanya at moveyourbody.ca. Tanya, Tanya, at moveyourbody.ca. Oh my goodness. All right. So there you have it. 3 complete meals a day can help you balance your blood sugars, keep you full, improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and even naturally create a fat burning window for your body. So you do not want to do drastic things. And trust me, I get it. I get it. I get it. We want speed. We want instant gratification. We want all of these things. And I tried them for years. I tried them for years. And the fact that I have just, let go and implemented these strategies, all the stuff I share with you, you just have to trust in the process. You have to do the daily work. You got to work through a mental and emotional and habitual things that are coming up. But looking back, oh my gosh, I've done it with such joy and more ease than I ever did before when I was forcing and struggling and pushing. So try for a week. Notice your energy, your mood, your hunger pangs, and you might be surprised at how powerful this shift is to put these 3 meals together. All right. I have other tips, so many tips. So if you want some more strategies, please reach out to me. Thanks for listening to Menopause Made Easy with me, with Tanya. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this episode with a friend who is struggling to lose weight. So I'm not telling you to change the food you're eating. I'm just telling you to put it together in 3 meals instead of breaking it apart all through the day. Okay? And until next time, everybody, listen to some episodes on leptin, listen to my fasting episodes, listen to habitual nighttime eating. Those episodes, there's so much content in the Menopause Made Easy podcast. And if you would like some support, some hand holding, some personalized attention, please do reach out to me. When I do help people, their shoulders drop and they're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I get it. I get it. We need support. Okay. You can come in for one session, and I'm telling you, it will really help instead of spending another year struggling along. All right, everybody. Thanks again for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.